Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video we're gonna be talking about messages from Divine Feminine. So what do I mean by Divine Feminine first of all? Suppose if you are a male watching, the Divine Feminine can be your counterpart, or the Divine Feminine can be the feminine element in you. Like we all are born with femininity and masculinity. So if you're a male watching, it can be like your divine counterpart, that's the divine feminine, or it could be a goddess, that's the divine feminine, or it could be your own femininity. We all are born with feminine and masculine side, and I'm talking about the feminine side. So you can watch for anyone, the counterpart side, your own higher self feminine side, or you can watch for like any goddess or anyone who you consider to be a divine feminine. And now if you are a female watching, you could take this divine feminine as maybe a goddess. You can take this divine feminine as a feminine figure who is alive, and you consider them as a divine feminine in your life. You can consider this divine feminine as a goddess that you consider a divine feminine. You can consider it as maybe mother nature, anyone, like a goddess or anything. And then you can also consider it as your own divine feminine, like your own higher self being in its the most divine feminine form. So yeah, this is what I meant by divine feminine. It could be any feminine which you consider divine, basically. Either it be yourself, goddess, or a figure in your life. So yeah, choose your piles and I'll see you in your reading. Timestamps and how to choose pile and everything is given in the description box. So in case you are new, you can check that down. Hi guys, if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. For you, we got the Sun card, Judgment, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. Also, we have the Ten of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So, with the Sun card, I see that this divine feminine that we're talking about thing to do with your childhood. It could be a childhood nanny, it could be your mom, it could be your grandmother, it could be your passed on loved ones, those who were feminine, it could be a goddess who was around you when you were a kid, or like who is around you since you were a kid. It could be a pony, like a pet, it could be a rabbit, it could be a puppy, it could be a dog, it could be a kitten, a cat. But whoever she is a female. Like either she's living or she has moved to the other side. She was living once maybe, or maybe she was never, but then she is a female, she is a feminine. And I also see like there is some sort of connection. You formed connection with them when you were a kid, like you had a huge time with them when you were a kid. So I also, you know what, pile number 1, this sun card and the pony in it, the horse in it, was white. Like I didn't color it, and just before I started you reading, I spread out all the cards, and then I had this thing that, oh, I want to color this one pink. So I colored it pink. So there is definitely something to do with you and this divine feminine, which is related, like some sort of childhood thing. I also see, like you might have received maybe a hairband which was like pink color, or which had some sort of flowers in it, or you can be the kind of kid with that when you used to wake up in the morning, maybe you used to talk to plants, or maybe you used to talk to flowers, maybe you used to have imaginary friends, and you maybe used to talk to them, or maybe I don't even know if you remembered it or not, but I kind of see it as a like this very cute, friendly, like you almost played with them, like it's almost giving that you were always accompanied with them. And if you don't know, I think maybe you're gonna get some sort of senses in your body, and you would know that okay, this is not just some imagination of yours, like it was not just a dream, it was actually, it was the reality. I also see there's something to do with the morning timing, which is very important. Maybe you used to connect with them mostly in the morning, or mostly in the sunlight. So that is one thing. It can be maybe some kids adults, like make some fairy gardens or something like that, like a place for fairies to come there and have fun and stuff. So you might have done that as a kid. And I don't know, like there is something to do with your childhood. Like I don't feel like this is a connection that is like newly built, like maybe this is a goddess that you have newly met, or like started to praying to. It is a connection which is like when you were a kid, like this connection formed when you were a kid. So I don't know if you got it or not, but I mean these were all the hints that was coming to me. Like this is the same feminine, this is the same divine feminine which is coming through and talking to you. I hope it's clear that who she is. I don't know, this kid thing is coming again and again to me, that you were a kid when you met this. You like remember them or not, whether you like know them in person or not, but this like you were a kid. Also guys, now let's see what messages or what information. I feel like recently or maybe from a long time you had this stuck period in your life. That period where you just don't know what to do next, what to follow, what to not. When there is a difference when we just wake up, do our thing and that's it. Like there is nothing going on. We just feel like the same old stuck kind of thing, like the same old thing doing every day, just waking up, doing work and just sleeping. Like the same old, like you felt kind of like not belonged somewhere, or you felt stuck kind of in a situation. I also feel like there were like some of you might be some sort of students, like getting difficulty to get accepted into some sort of colleges, or it could be like you being single from a long time, or it could be like doing the same old thing and you feeling like you're stuck in this, like you feel living in the same place maybe for like 20 years, even for some like 5 years to 20 years for some, interacting with the same kind of people. Like you feel like your life is stuck in some way, like this energy of this stuckness is coming, like you felt like, oh no, nothing's happening, like it's just so stuck kind of energy. It's like same old boring kind of energy. But then here she is to tell you that 2025 is the last year of this stuckness, and if you are watching it in whatever year, this would be the like the if you're watching it in the beginning months of any year, like the beginning 6 months of any year, that the last month or like this, I don't know how to describe it, but whatever timeline you're watching it in, because this is a timeless reading. I feel like this is the last chapter of your stuckness. Like like in life we have different kind of struggles. Sometimes we struggle with something, and sometimes we struggle with something else. I feel like with you, this stuckness period in your life, whatever timing you're watching, this is the last year of your stuckness. This is the last timing of your stuckness, and from now on, like doesn't matter if you're watching it in 2025 or whatever. I think this year or this timeline doesn't have to be like a whole year, but like this timeline is the last cycle of your stuckness, and it's like almost about to end. Like the judgment is finally being made. I don't know. I'm keep seeing New Year or Christmas kind of a timing. Maybe because I'm shooting when it's nearby, but I'm seeing them telling you that it's done, it's done, the cycle is done, the cycle is completed, the cycle is closed, and now you're moving to another chapter of your life. And the another chapter of your life, the other chapter of your life is all about speed, it's all about movement, it's all about travel. So for a lot of you, it could be some sort of news, some sort of application, some sort of email, some sort of even person coming in your life. There is some sort of speed. Like you now, if we compare, earlier you were like, oh, we have to wake up. Now you're like, oh, I'm gonna wake up, it's full of full energy. I also feel like you have not, like you have not traveled a lot. Like you might have, but you have not traveling a lot, or you are not going places or something to do with even I don't know, like there has been a lack of pleasure maybe, or there's a lack of adventure in your life, and that lack is going away. Like now I see either you going somewhere or someone else coming in your life. There is a lot of travel, there is a lot of fun, there is this new adventure, and there is new chapter of your life which is starting up. He also wants to tell you that you are well protected, like in this new chapter, in this new journey, you are well protected. If you in any way is related to the health department or the pets department, like if you work with animals or if you work with medicine in some way, I see that this, like maybe suppose if you are giving entrance exams for medical, I feel like you're gonna crack it and it's gonna be like a whole new medical world opening for you. And if you suppose if you are into some sort of animals, like maybe you have animal shelters or you do husbandry or something like that, like animal husbandry or anything like that, I feel like there is going to be some new adventure in your life. Like it's kind of opening like a portal for you, opening some sort of new world for you. I also see some people here somehow connected with the birds too, like like you save birds or take care of them or something to do with that, maybe poultry industry or something. So I do feel like this thing, I don't know if it's a travel, a person, or whatever. This is kind of, opening a whole new world for you. And eventually it's gonna lead to the King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is a person who's very stable, who's there enjoying sitting on his throne, having its big pentacle and just being peaceful. So this is like where you're going next. With this King of Pentacles, I definitely feel like either it's a person, like you're finally finding your match, you're finally finding someone that matches your vibe, matches your style kinda, and then you're finally stable in your family, finally stable in your marriage. Or is it just to do with your career, like you're finally finding the career that aligns with you, and not that you have to do it, but it's like you like to do it kind of a career. Okay, and there is also something about pets coming in. So if you wanted to adopt a pet, but you were just somehow not, like not aligning with something, I think that blockage is also going away from you. And now I feel like you will be able to, like get a pet, like a pet that matches, your energy or something like that. Suppose if you're very kind of a person who is like very jolly and very like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that kind of a person, but maybe you were finding pets who would just not move, then I mean that thing is also going away. Like you're gonna find a pet who is as joyful as you, or maybe if you are very calm kind of, then you are finding a pet who is as calm as you are. With the Ten of Pentacles here, doesn't matter what, you are reaching the top, you are reaching your personal success, like your definition of success. You have it all, like you have your pentacles, you have your kids, you have your family, you have your elderly people, you have your parents safe, you have your pets, you have your home and everything. Now, a very specific message is coming in, so only take if it resonates. So, some of you guys weren't able to conceive from a long period of time, like maybe like 3, 5 years. You have been, trying to do it, but then you are not able to conceive. And I see, like, for some of you, it's gonna happen finally, like, you're finally beginning your own family, and that's a good thing. Congrats to you. But yeah, by number two, like, sorry, by number one, I definitely feel this, like one chapter is closing in your life and another chapter is opening in your life, and this chapter is all about good stuff. So yeah, this is the message for you from your divine feminine. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing this message for you. Also, when I was channeling, I was getting a lot of sensations in my body, so that might be significant. You can be some sort of psychics or some sort of something, like intuitive, because I also have the high priestess sneaking in. So yeah, I'm so happy for you, pile number one. I hope all the things that I said comes true for you and you feel joyful and enjoyable in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. And also I have like plenty of content to catch up on. I have like the whole playlist made, so in case you want to binge watch any of the playlists, and if you feel like you need to watch something, you can definitely go to my playlist section and I have a lot of options there. So yeah, do it. And yeah, if you want to comment, you can comment and all. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hello guys, so if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So for you we got the devil, knight of wands, knight of pentacles, the world card, the magician, nine of wands, and the wheel of fortune. First let's talk about who is this divine feminine that wants to give you the reason, the message. So here I feel like this is a divine feminine, like this is like your own higher self, this is your own some self. If you see yourself as a human, and then we have like different self to ourselves, like we have different personality of us. Some self of us are are the one selves who are good at maybe academic things. Some selves of us are really good at maybe technical things. Some selves of us are good at, I don't know, maybe creativity thing. So I think this is a self of yours who is very, like, this is the self of yours that takes the tough decision, or that takes the very rigid decision, or like the this is the self of yours that take the harsh decision of your life. Like when you take the the hard decision, or I don't know, I'm hearing guilty pleasure again and again. So if suppose if you are on a diet, and then you are like, oh, I want to eat something, and then there is cake in front of you. You are like, oh my god, I want to eat a cake, but then your this side would tell you that no, don't eat that, like let's be on the diet, let's continue to be healthy, let's continue being healthy. So I feel like this is the side of yours that take the tough decision, but then that decision is good for you. So she basically takes the tough, healthy decision for you. And I feel like this side, like this self of yours, has been connected to you like from a long time. And I feel like either it's the point in your life right now, or it has been a point in your life at some point of time when you were addicted to something. And I'm not, and addiction doesn't always have to be something extreme like smoking, for example. It can be as simple as shopping addiction, or it can be as like caffeine addiction, maybe matcha addiction or something. So I feel like at some point of time this side of you told you, or you decided that okay, this is addictive for me. I get guilty pleasure from it, but then I really need to stop it. And you at that point of time either choose some sort of hobby, some sort of passion of yours, or you choose to focus on your career. I do feel like there might be someone out here who has this scenario when at the time when they had a breakup going on with them, and they were kind of addicted to this person even though they knew that this person is not good for you. So either you choose your passion or you choose your career to get away from this. And if you see these knights here, these both are knights, so these both are action cards. So you took the action, but not in the direction of the devil, but from the direction away from the devil. I'm also okay. So look, I feel like some people wanna know like what kind of addiction you're talking about. I'm also seeing like laptops in my version, and I feel like there might be someone out here who is like addicted to playing a lot of games. There might be someone addicted to stalking. Like you're not even interested in that person anymore. Like you're not even into that person, but then you still stalk them like out of fun, or like I don't know, like knowingly or unknowingly, it has become like a habit of yours, which is not really good, like which is becoming toxic day by day. And again, I'm not here to blast you out or something, I'm just here to kind of remind you. And it's not even me, it's your own higher self. So now let's see what does she has to tell you. So for that we have the cards here, like the four cards in the bottom. I feel like she wants you, like she likes that part of you when you're like, you know, like suppose if you are addicted to work, for example, and you're like working, and then this is intense and all. This did work for you for quite some time in your life, for actually a lot of time for your life, and you were like into something for a long time and it did work for you, but now she wants to focus on different things too. Like I feel like she wants you to be as free as this female in the first picture, like the world card. And she wants you to, explore different sides of the world. Like she wants you to travel. She wants you to, interact with different things. Like, here is a human, a eagle, a taurus, a buffalo, a lion, and everything. So she wants you to, see the different things in life, and not just, maybe you communicate with the same kind of person every time, or maybe you eat the same food every time. Maybe you go to the same cafe a lot of time. So she just wants to come through and tell you that, like there are other cafes too, there are other people too, there are other, and she's not telling you to, just go and be best friends with everyone, but she wants you to explore now. She doesn't want you to be, just sitting in front of a computer and, just working or just playing games or just doing whatever. She wants you to try other things too. Like there are more in this world. I also feel like you have been, like watching the same kind of content too. Like maybe you are watching vlogs, for example, a lot, and then she wants to come through and tell you that there are more than just vlogs on YouTube. Maybe you can watch fashion runways, or maybe you can watch, cooking videos, or maybe something to do with studying, something to do with exploring, something to do with drawing, creativity. I don't know. Like there are like ice skating, I don't know, skiing or anything. Like there are a lot of things out there in the world, and you're sticking yourself into just one thing. I also feel like there is something to do with your fashion. Like, she wants to just come through like as a elder sister, and she just want to nag you and be like, how much time you think that you're gonna be, into the same kind of fashion aesthetics. Like maybe you're into, I don't know, I'm seeing this leather jackets and this white shirt kind of thing in my vision. But I mean, yeah, it looks good on you. You look so good in that. But then maybe if you would like to try something else, you can do that too. Why not to give it a chance? Why not to go, you know, I'm even seeing like different kind of lingerie or something. Like if you want to try a different kind of lingerie, why not? If you wanna maybe, I don't know, there's something about changing the aesthetic. Changing the aesthetics of how you look, how you dress up, or how you, I even feel like some of you might have like this perfect hairstyle that you have been, I don't know, even carrying it from like 5 years or so. Like maybe you have like bob cut hairs, and you are like having this bob cut hair from, I don't know, like how many years. I'm also like seeing 20 years now for some, but then most of you it's like from 5 years you're having the same kind of hairstyle. From, I don't know, so many years having the same kind of thing. So she is coming through and telling me there are like lots of more and much and more thing in the world out there. Go and explore it. There, if you see the magician card, he doesn't just, usually if you see the other cards, it either has a wand, it either has a cup, or it either has a sword or pentacle, right? But then with the magician card, it has the wand, the cup, the sword, and the pentacles all. Like you can have it all. You doesn't only have to wish for one thing. And I'm also seeing that, like if you wish for, oh, I just want my career to be best and I don't care about anything else. Like why not? Why don't you want to wish for anything else? Wish for more. You can have it all. You don't only have to fit yourself that, oh, I'm only gonna eat this much, or I'm gonna adjust into this much. No, you don't have to. You can wish for more things. There are more things out there, and you can enjoy it too. Why not? The universe is abundant, and it's not gonna have a problem if you also have some in it. You know how it's said that if you get, like water, like a mug of water from the ocean, you're not stealing anything from it, you're not harming the ocean if you get some a mug of water from it. Same as the universe, like it's abundant, you can wish for more. I am, like I am seeing this self of yours to come through and tell you that, you know what, you have been living like such a good girl for a long time, or such a good boy for a long time. Go get your hands dirty in the mud, or go get your, t-shirts or whatever you're wearing dirty into the colors or something. Like, maybe if you, like, when children, there are some sort of children who would eat with such nicely, and they would be like, like they would not drop food and all, and there would be some children who would be messy, but then that's the part of the childhood, to be messy and to allow yourself to be messy and all. Obviously, I'm not saying this self of yours to come through and tell you that eat up messy, but like eat up in a messy manner. But then this self is coming through and telling you that you can also, like, be free. Let yourself be free. You don't have to be this good child all the time, and I'm also saying it with a lot of love. I'm not bashing at you, but do there are, like, I'm getting the message again and again and again to emphasize on it, that there are a lot of things out there in the world. Even if you see in the Wheel of Fortune card, again the same thing, again the different kind of creatures here, some reptiles, some mammals, some birds, and they're all reading different things. They all have different books and all. Like, someone has a sword here, someone has wings here, someone is just, crawling like a reptile, someone is flying, someone is just holding something on their back. Like, there is a lot of things out there. Go give it a try, why not? Pile 2. I also see that some of you might be getting interested into astrology or astronomy or something. So if you get interested, you can, try it out. Like, nothing's gonna go wrong if you kind of choose to be, a little bit like not so structured or not so disciplined. And she also wants to come through and tell you that she is so proud of you, but then like, don't have to just stick to oneself. Like, she's so proud of you for, practicing something again and again and being master at it. But then she also wants you to, kind of have fun and enjoy and stuff. And also don't, like, get addicted to just one thing, whether it be work or games or anything. I feel like I'm repeating myself, pile number 2, again and again. This was such a good message, pile number 2. I hope you like the reading. I feel like this is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Take care. Hi, you guys. So, if you choose pile number 3, this is your reading. So, for you, we got the Page of Cups Strength card and the 8 of Cups. We also got the 6 of Wands, High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So for you guys, I see this message is either coming from Ma Durga or Ma Kali, because we have the lion here, and then there is a woman here, and I kind of interpret her like, this strong woman who can, conquer a lion. And also, obviously, like, if this message might be coming from Goddess Durga. If you like into, praying her, you're just connected to her. Ma Durga rides a lion, right? Like, it's her savari, basically. And if you are not connected to her, maybe like if you are, maybe if you're connected to some other goddess, she is that. But I definitely feel that this is a goddess coming to you and giving you the message. And if you don't feel like you connect with goddesses, then this is definitely a message coming from someone, a female, that you associate with strong female. Like, if I say the word strong female, what comes to your brain? Like, who comes to your brain? That's the woman that I'm talking about. But most of you, I see this message is coming from a goddess. Okay, now, so she was also very clear with your message. She wants to come through and tell you one thing, that either right now or maybe in the near future or in the future, you're gonna have two options. The first option is the Page of Cups, and the second option is the Eight of Cups. So this first option, which is the Page of Cups, you will be given the option that your heart would love, and the so if you take this, this Page of Cup option, this Page of Cup option is like a, this option or this opportunity or whatever, this person or something, this first option that you will get is opportunity, is a person, is something that your heart would love, that maybe even your child self would love, even your soul would love. But there is this more like coming through, like as this, whatever this thing is, your heart would love this option. Okay, so, and I feel like if this option comes to you, I feel like you will take it, but then you can choose to take it, like I'm seeing it more as an option and not like, oh, you have to do it kind of a thing. So yeah, this might be something to do with creativity, something to do with femininity, something to do with softness, something to do with abundance. But there is a flow state to this option, with whatever option this is. Okay, and the second option is, and there is like, there might be a less quantity about it, like I see that this is a small thing, like it's one thing, it's small thing. I don't see like bunch of things, like I see a small thing, like one thing, like I'm not seeing bunch or clusters of it, I'm seeing just one single thing about this one. And then you got this Eight of Cups. So this Eight of Cups, I feel like there would be multiple things, like this is cluster, maybe it can be like a group of friend. For example, maybe the first option is to have just one friend, or the second option is to have multiple friends. I'm just telling you, oh yeah, better example coming in. The first option might be like having one best friend, and the second option is like having a lot of like professional friends, for example. So either you are taking option 1 or taking option 2. So now let's describe option number 2. So option number 2 definitely is an option where, it's like, oh, we already said that, but yeah, like there is cluster, there are, like it's quantity. I'm not saying that the quality would be bad or something, but there is quantity. Okay, and this is the option that you gonna, like, you might like it, you might not like it, but that your brain would like it. There are certain things in our life that our heart loves, and there are certain things in our life that our brain loves. I feel like this is something that your brain would like it. Or it could also be a thing that, okay, one thing comes to you, and either you choose option A to take it, or either you choose option B to not take it. Okay, so I feel I don't know if I'm clear with it, but yeah. Option A, quality. Option B, quantity. Option A, your heart likes it. Option B, your brain likes it. Option A, flow state. Option B, I don't see anything like a flow state or a rigid state, but yeah. Option A, taking something. Option B, not taking something. So yeah, this is your option. So if you choose option A, you're gonna win something, like maybe if you choose option A and the option A was a person, maybe it's gonna be like a long-term person for you. Maybe you choose option A that is like a maybe your dream of profession, then you're gonna win at it. If you choose option A and maybe option A was going with I'm seeing like a, like a spiritual retreat kind of a trip kind of, and then you're gonna feel like, okay, this was like worth it, you won it. But like it's not just winning, it's also somehow, I don't know how, but it's somehow also, like somehow it's also helping you in spirituality, like you're somehow leveling up, not just like you are winning something with option A, but you're also leveling up in your spirituality. Like I'm saying, you know, like suppose if you're a baby fish right now, you're gonna level up, kind of. If you choose option number A, there is a lot of information, knowledge, and some sort of knowing. You know that perspective. You know, when we mature, when we age, we mature. It's not really about aging, but when we mature, we got some sort of wisdom, and then when we do have that wisdom, we can actually avoid a lot of problems that we take when we are not so mature. You know, so I'm seeing this like it's not just giving you some sort of winning opportunity in your life, but it's also giving you some sort of knowledge, some sort of wisdom, and a lot of intuition also. And if you choose option number two, so I'm not saying that oh you have to choose option A or you have to choose option B. That's choice is up to you. But if you choose option B, you're gonna receive some sort of ideas, some sort of downloads. You know, like some sort of like one time thing, like a one time. I'm also hearing OTP, like one time password. But like if you choose option number two, you're gonna get this one time thing, like a idea, maybe like a solid idea, like a creative opportunity maybe, or something like it just flows to you like a download, or something like a one time meeting, maybe like a meeting with someone senior or someone, I don't know, maybe someone who is good in their job. And then you choose option B, and then you get this one thing like this meeting or this idea or whatever this is, and then you you know eventually it leads to the Queen of Swords. And Queen of Swords is someone who is a queen, you know, he is in the position of a queen. She has power, she has, you know, she has logic, she has brains. She doesn't really have that kind of like soft things to her, but then she does have a good brain to her. Like she has logic, she has reasoning. So if you choose option one, you're gonna get to the High Priestess, which is the intuitive part, which is the soft part, but it's also very wise part, you know. It has to do with intuition, the gut feeling, the, you know, knowing something before it even happened thing. And if you choose option two, you're gonna get to the Queen of Swords thing, which is the logical thing, which is the intellectual thing, which is the, you know, sharp brain kind of thing. So, guys, we do have option A and option B, choosing between the heart and the brain. And I think she is coming here to, you know, kind of tell you to be prepared for this. And, you know, like, really just, you know, I'm not seeing this overthinking kind of thing. And I'm not saying her to ask you about, like, overthinking about that, like, 24/7 or something. But then, you know, when you're, like, peaceful, when you're at peace, just think to yourself, if this kind of option comes to you, what you gonna choose? You know, or maybe you already have this kind of option, or maybe you're gonna have it in the future, who knows. But yeah, this is a scenario which is coming in option A and option B. You have to make your choice what do you wanna you know, choose, and that's completely up to you. You are here represented as the Queen of Pentacles, so it's like whatever decision you're gonna make the right choice, because you are also not someone just a page. For example, you are a queen right now, you know, you are a Queen of Pentacles. So it doesn't matter if you choose to be High Priestess next or if you choose to be Queen of Swords next. It's both are like good position, and you know, it's your choice whatever you wanna choose. Honestly, for majority of you, I feel like you guys gonna be choosing option A, but I also feel there would be some people out here who's gonna choose option B. But honestly, this is not even the point. Like choose option A or choose option B. But she was here to just tell you, like, ask yourself, what would you choose? If you're in this position, what would you choose? Like, what would you do? And this option would come within the next 3-4 months, I guess. I honestly feel like there are some people who are like already have this scenario. So if you already have this scenario and if you still indecisive, but still, you know, like you have that thing that oh maybe option A, but what if I choose option B? Then choose option A. You know, like if the first thing and the intuitive thing about you is like oh option A, but then you also think about oh maybe option B, then I think the maybe is not that solid as the oh this is the first thing kind of thing. So yeah, but I do feel like there would be some people who doesn't have this option right now in their life, but they would get it. So yeah, be prepared for it. I also feel like you might be a little bit, like you might have a little bit cold right now, or you might be a little bit shivering or something. Because when I was doing your reading, I was quite shivering. Like my voice was even shivering, but then I feel like, eventually you're gonna be good because now I feel better. You can also drink hot water, or like hot water with some sort of herbs or some sort of medicine in it, but like some sort of tea kind of thing. Like maybe if you know some sort of home remedies, you can do that. It can work for you. Like maybe some sort of kadha or some sort of soup or some sort of tea that would work for you. Old wise woman kind of remedy basically. File number 3, I feel like this is all that she wanted to say. If you wanna claim it, please write Jai Ma Durga in comment section. And I think, yeah, this is what I all had for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.